Rightio, here we are back again. It's been a while, hasn't it, before we've done some ponderings, or since we've done some ponderings. Proudly brought to you by Sunshine Coast Radiology. Thank you to them, and in particular, thank you to Choices at Maroochydore for their sponsorship with the Youth Girls Footy. And we're going to dwell on that a little bit this week, seeing they're going into finals, first week of finals in their inaugural season for the under 15 youth girls. After playing 10 weeks of home and away footy, so each of the 6 sides have played each other twice, and we've had a couple of fun carnivals in there to play amongst the season. One last week which wrapped the season up. This week we see the 2 semi-finals, which will see Kawana Park hosting Coolum at 12:30 on Sunday down at Kawana Waters State College. And in the other game, which is basically the elimination semi-final, we have Noosa versus Maroochydore. Maroochydore hosting at 12:45 at Fisherman's Road. As I said, these clubs have played each other a couple of times in season 2012, and as we look at the results of them when they played each other in rounds 5 and 10, we see that Kawana Park have had 2 wins over Coolum, but only just in both cases. In round 5, 3-4-22 to 2-4-16, so just the solitary goal there. And in round 10, Kawana Park 5-3-33 to 3-1-19, so a 14-point win that day. And as for Noosa v Maroochydore, round 5 we saw Noosa get up by 9 points, 66 to 57. And in round 10, Noosa again got up 41 to 20. But I know bumping into a couple of the Maroochydore girls last night, they think they're hot this week and will take it right up to Noosa. So both will be cracking games. Over the course of the season, we've seen many great players and some that stand out that will feature heavily on Sunday. For Kawana Park will be Ainsley McCormick. And just a quick commercial break we had there, and during the break we learnt that Shana King is actually not available. She had a terrible injury earlier in the season, so best of wishes to Shana on her road to recovery. The Eagles will miss her, but other good players that have got around for the Eagles over the course of the season have been the likes of Hall, Malin, Agnew and Coward. So plenty of good players there, and I'm sure, as we've seen on a couple of occasions, they've taken it right up to Coolum. Whilst for Coolum, some good players there have been over the course of the season. Wardle's kicked some goals. Chelsea Boyd, Wallbank, Waddell, Stewart, Centric, Kennedy have always been amongst the action. Stewart and Ainsley are standouts, and Kira McIntosh and Chelsea seem to get amongst the goals there for Coolum Beach, while Chloe Coward has kicked a bag full of goals for Kawana Park. Just quickly at Maroochydore, we see some good players there in Liz Coogan West, Natalie Sinclair, and as always, Talia Randall seems to be very much in the action. Maybe a bit of the engine room there from Maroochydore, so expect a big game there from Talia as she shapes up against Noosa. Noosa have got a bit of a foreign legion there, a couple of German girls that are doing very well, and they've been a great addition to footy this season. They've also got Mackenzie Gordon, Macca, she's had a great season, and Nyam, Johnston and McDonald also doing very well. So plenty of good players there, and again plenty to stop. So as I said, Sunday about midday or thereafter at the venues of Kawana Park and Fisherman's Road for our youth girls semi-finals. The winner of Coolum Beach Kawana will go straight into the grand final 2 weeks later, whilst the winner of the Noosa Maroochydore game will play the loser of the Coolum Kawana game in the preliminary final for right of grand final action. Now that's not all that's happened in youth girls footy and during the course of this week, and I did have a special guest here with me today, but yeah, I must have bored him. So he's had a bit of a sleep. We'll see if we can stir him up. Fruit Dog.
Mate,
Jesus, you dozed off on me, mate.
You said your introduction was only going to take a minute, but I should have known better from you, shouldn't I?
Come on, mate.
Jesus, mate. All these ponderings, I didn't know it was
Yeah.
Paulie's confessions.
Confessions.
Ramble on.
Right, fair income.
Oh,
So back with
feels
you,
like.
mate. Tuesday was a big day here at Fisherman's Road.
Tuesday was a big day at Fisherman's Road. We had 14 teams in the high school age group, so
Yep.
girls from year 8 through to year 12.
Yep.
We had about 280 girls here,
Yep.
which was great to see, and
Plenty of giggling.
plenty of giggling, plenty of screaming,
Yep.
plenty of, and most of all, plenty of fun. The girls
Yep.
always had
They do,
have a
don't
good day, and we always get a great turnout for the girls, which is
Yep.
good to see.
Yep, fantastic. So we had a winner, we had some games.
We had every team played 3 games, and we had semi-finals and grand finals. Mountain Creek took out both the senior and junior girls.
Yep.
Always very strong, the Creek girls. I think the smoky of the day was Mulaney. Mulaney made it through to the senior girl grand
The
final.
Hillbillies up there.
Yeah, they did very well, the girls at Mulaney. They were right into it, and Di, their coach, did a great job there. So they just got beaten in the grand final by Mountain Creek, who no doubt, love their footy.
Was
and
that at
do
the
quite a
junior
lot
or
of
the
training.
senior?
That was at the senior level.
Senior level.
Chancellor made it through in the junior level.
Yep.
Chancellor girls, and the bit short on number, the Chancellor girls, so they did well to get through the grand final.
Coached by Stewie Jackson.
Coached by Stewie Jackson. And I think they only went down by less than a goal. I think.
Right, he'd still be crying into his Cocoa Pops, I reckon.
Yeah, I reckon so.
Yep. So Mulaney, maybe they could head down the hill to Glasshouse next year and get a youth girls team going.
Mate, those girls could easily sit into a youth girls side, no problems at all.
And I've heard a little whisper, because if they're senior girls, they're obviously going to be over 15, but I've heard a little whisper that the AFL Sunshine Coast Juniors are considering having an under-18 competition next year in the youth girls, so we'll see what the next month brings in that, but that Mulaney team would slip right in there nicely.
Those girls would go well in that team. The Mulaney year 8 and 9 girls are also playing in the Central Districts competition, so there's some girls that would be coming up potentially to head down to Glasshouse and play for the club there as well. Very
good, mate. And I hear you're trying to look for a weekend in Cairns at the end of October. Is there any rumour in that?
Possibly, mate. Yeah.
Or are you getting married about then?
I'm getting married at the start of October, but there's plenty of time for a quick trip up to Cairns at the end of October. I'm sure the missus won't mind.
Oh,
I've done a lot worse.
I'm sure you'll have to put your thumb out and hitchhike, mate, because I hear the list.
Yeah,
the line's pretty lengthy. Kanga thinks he's going to be on the junket too.
Really? And what's his role going to be?
Oh, I don't know. He'll find something.
I'm sure there's a long line, mate, but I'll help out. I've done a bit of stuff with the girls the last couple of years and enjoyed it. So
very much.
See how we go.
They do bring an enjoyable aspect to footy, don't they?
They do, mate. I'll actually, and nothing against the boys, but the girls seem to be a little bit easier to coach. They seem to listen a little more and really take on what you say. And the main thing with the girls, they're always got a smile on their face and always running around happily and having a giggle and really enjoying it, which is good to see.
We did a bit of a survey last week, and Casey started compiling the survey results. They like to hit hard too.
They do, mate. They have a crack. All they want to do is tackle, and I think that's why we get so many teams in here, is that the girls get some contact. They like to run into each other and they love the contact. AB and I had a training session with the Mulaney girls last Friday, and the Mulaney girls put AB down on the ground quite easily. So AB, if you're watching, mate, you need to work on that core strength, buddy.
Yeah, well, he's only out there at Nambour, isn't he?
Yeah, that's all right. Yeah.
He's always.
He's pretty solid down around that core area, though.
He is actually.
That thigh area, so I would have thought he would have been a bit stronger.
He's got a good trunk.
Yeah. Maybe it's just all show.
Maybe. So anyway, semi-finals this week. As I said, Fisherman's Road at 12:45 on Sunday, where you'll see Maroochydore hosting Noosa. The winner goes on, the loser bows out, and down at Kawana Park at 12:30 on Sunday, we have top of the table clash for the semi-final for the right to go straight into the grand final. Kawana Park hosting Coolum Beach. And August the 19th, up at Noosa at about 11 o'clock, we'll confirm the time, will be the Youth Girls Grand Final. So fantastic footy. Get along, have a look at it this weekend.